Hello everyone from the 4 and 20 All-Australian team announcement here at the Royal Exhibition Building in Carlton. It has been an amazing night. 15 debutants in the All-Australian team for 2012. We can tell you the West Coast Eagles supplied 4 of those players, Collingwood and Hawthorn 3 apiece. Darren Glass from the Eagles has been named the skipper, perhaps a bit of a smoky, and Gary Ablett his vice-captain. Let's hear from Darren Glass now, speaking to us here on afl.com.au.
It was a bit of a surprise, so a little bit of shock, and then, so just really honoured, big thrill though.
And talk to us as well about the calibre of the team that has been named tonight. It's quite amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You'd love to see the team play, and then, to line up with some of those players. I get to line up with Bowie Waters obviously every week, but it'd be great to actually, and it was great tonight to actually meet a few of the boys as well. So no, it's been a really good night.
And what about as skipper of the Eagles? Is that a role that you're going to continue in? There's been a bit of talk about that.
Yeah, look, it may. It's not really mine to hold on to or to give away. The players vote on it every year, so it's kind of up to them, and we'll wait and see what happens.
Do you love nights like this where you get to meet all these people and be part of such a special affair?
Yeah, look, it's not very often that we get, you get invited to these kind of things, and it's a big thrill to come, and I'm sitting next to KB and, get to meet Jobe Watson and all those sort of boys. So, no, it's a good night.
Thank you so much for talking to us. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
Darren Glass there. Now, of course, nights like these are not without controversy after the selection panel made their decision. Of course, it was initially a squad of 40, whittled down to 22. Some notable omissions, including Sam Mitchell, who didn't make it into the midfield from Hawthorn, and also Matthew Pavlich. There was no spot for him up forward, the 6-time All-Australian. But tonight we got to hear from the selectors as they justified their decisions.
I actually went into the meeting, Michael, with 25 midfielders who all had fantastic seasons, somewhere between 26 and 35 possessions. So it was an extraordinary year for midfielders.
I think the issue for Matthew Pavlich might have been the start of the year, played the first half of the year as a midfielder. He finished incredibly. I think he kicked 50 goals in the last 10 games.
Nat Nui is an extremely gifted athlete, as we all know. He spends 50% of the time in the forward pocket, but when he's in the ruck, he has the highest percentage of all ruckmen of hit-outs to advantage. He has the highest percentage of clearances. He has a record amount of pressure acts around the ground.
Now, of course, we are counting down to the preliminary finals this weekend. Let's hear from a couple of the players who have been named in the team tonight, but will be featuring in action this weekend.
I think it's more just that we match up really well against Sydney. And I would trade all those 11 wins if it could guarantee that I'd win on Friday night. So we just need to get the business done on Friday.
Particularly this year, any side on any given day can beat anyone. So we're very much aware of that, and we're just going to try and focus on the Crows this week and try and match them in all areas on the ground, and if we can, the result will just take care of itself in the end.
I know that when we play Hawthorn, Sam Mitchell's someone we put a lot of time into, so I don't think it's going to affect his finals performances or anything like that. And I know, probably personally for him as well, he's not too concerned because he's got bigger fish to fry.
And that is our report from here at the 2012 All-Australian team announcement for 4 and 20. I'll tell you what, this is a wonderful venue. It has been a unique evening. They've run a bit of a different format and really has worked quite well. Of course, we have full text coverage for you here online, so have a click around. And of course, you can have your say on Twitter as well. Just use the hashtag All-Australian or @AFL as the Twitter handle. The discussion is going to continue. We'll talk to you soon.